We often talk about willpower as being this muscle that you can train, as if resisting temptation over and over again will somehow make it easier. But scientists have discovered something very peculiar about self-control. Want to know what that is? Welcome to Scaling for Success. We're all about helping businesses grow profitably, scale, and move to the next level. If you're looking for consultancy and mentorship that really makes a difference, subscribe to our channel or visit the Scaling Management Consultant Group website, links in the description below. In today's video, we're looking at the science of self-control and how flexing that muscle can make you better at your job. When it comes to willpower and self-control, there's been a lot of research conducted to understand the nature of what motivates us. But self-control can be viewed from two different angles: the ability to resist temptation for future gratification, or to motivate you to action for the same future gratification. Let's look at a few studies to understand the difference. University of Pennsylvania psychologists Angela Duckworth and Martin Seligman explored self-control in 8th graders over the course of the school year. The researchers first had teachers, parents, and the students themselves complete questionnaires. They also gave students a task in which they had the option of receiving $1 immediately or waiting a week to receive $2. Overall, they found the students that chose the delayed $2 option had better grades, better school attendance, and higher standardized test scores, and were more likely to be admitted to a competitive high school program. Self-discipline, the researchers found, was more important than IQ in predicting academic success. Another study commissioned by Duke University in 2014 gave 1,000 students a task that involved them logging into their student portal and clicking a red button for 10 seconds every day for 90 days. If they were able to do this, they were awarded a $100 gift voucher. If they missed a day or didn't click the button for the full 10 seconds, they were eliminated from the study. Of 1,000 students, only 155 completed all 90 days. These 155 students were found to have generally higher GPAs, less average student debt, and be engaged in courses that typically ended up in high-paying jobs at the end of the degree. After a 6-year follow-up, these 155 adults exhibited above-average physical and mental health, fewer substance abuse problems and criminal convictions, and better savings behavior and financial security. The benefits of having good self-control are well documented, but what exactly is it? The science of self-control. Self-control is the process in which your brain works together with the prefrontal cortex to suppress the animal impulse of your limbic system. This suppression is what's called self-control. If there's a break in the process, it becomes crucial for you to take actions in order to stop this. Leaders and managers need to have a better understanding of the science of self-control so they can better manage their impulses and motivate their team. Can I strengthen my self-control? Avoiding temptation is one effective tactic for maintaining self-control. In Walter Mischel's marshmallow study, preschool children were given the choice between eating 1 marshmallow immediately or waiting an unspecified amount of time for 2 marshmallows. The study found that the children who stared directly at the treat were less likely to resist it than the kids who closed their eyes or turned away. The out-of-sight, out-of-mind principle applies to adults too. One recent study found office workers who kept chocolate in their desk drawer indulged less than when they kept the candy on top of their desks, in plain sight. Another helpful tactic for improving self-control is a technique that psychologists call an implementation intention. Usually these intentions take the form of if-then statements that help people plan for situations where they're likely to cave to temptation. For example, someone who's on a diet might have an excuse or distraction ready for if they're offered cake at an office party or drinks at a business function. It must be said, however, self-control is a muscle, and while strengthening it is a good thing, like all muscles, they get tired. Don't continuously put yourself in the firing line of temptation or eventually you'll cave. So in the world of business, what are some specific ways we can improve elements of our self-control? How to stop procrastinating. There are many different reasons why people procrastinate. However, you need to be aware of when it's time to start working on something, because that point will come sooner rather than later. When it comes to no longer procrastinating, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. However, there are a few things you can try. Identify the situations and rewards that are causing you to procrastinate. Try replacing irrational beliefs with rational ones. Create a plan of action for yourself and stick to it. Take action for yourself even if the process breaks down. There is no easy fix when it comes to this problem, but by using these strategies, you can at least make headway in the right direction. So, when should I start working on this task? The sooner the better. When you identify the task you should be working on, start working on it as soon as possible. This is because if you wait too long, you're more likely to get distracted by other tasks. If you're planning to work on this task tomorrow morning, then it's time for bed now. You can go ahead and stop what you're doing right now and plan out your morning. And make sure that tomorrow morning starts with this task first. A better understanding of leadership and management. The best managers lead by example, and a good leader does this by putting their own disciplined work ethic on display. A leader who understands and demonstrates the science of self-control in action is able to inspire, motivate, and lead others to do the same. So what does that look like? This looks like honoring commitments, seeing projects to completion, and consistently increasing productivity in all areas. In conclusion, self-control is a very important process that leaders and managers need to understand. It's crucial that they're able to manage their impulses and motivate their team. Procrastination can lead to greater problems later on, so the sooner you start working, the faster you'll finish. If you're looking for expert consultancy to determine your next move, the right advice is priceless. As business consultants and COOs, we work with entrepreneurs every day to set them up for success by identifying where their business is suffering. We help them pinpoint which processes to reevaluate and adjust to grow their business. And best yet, we offer hassle-free, no-obligation 30-minute discovery calls to see how we could help you. Just email us today. That's all we have time for in today's video, The Science of Self-Control. Like this video if you found it helpful, and for more content just like this, subscribe to our channel or visit the Scaling Management Consultant Group website at scalinggrp.com.